Aloha, I'm Brandon Duran, and welcome to Atherton Memorial Chapel. Dedicated in 1951 and initially conceived as a children's chapel, it now serves as the place where we gather on Sundays at 7 a.m. for our early worship service, as well as a place for weddings and other services throughout the week. And today, we're going to take our next step in our series, Instruments of Worship. When is the best time for you to listen? Times that you could really hear what's being said. Think through your week. Times when you don't have work weighing down upon you, or you don't have a to-do list calling for your attention. Times when you're not hungry or distracted. Times when you're not tired, but truly able to focus on what's being said. In the Christian tradition, the Word plays a central role. The Scriptures say that God spoke the world into existence. In the Gospel, according to John, it says that the Word was with God, the Word was God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. On Sunday mornings, the Word often comes from one of two places, the lectern or the pulpit. We'll start with the lectern. The lectern, in both Atherton and in the sanctuary, is located on the left of the congregation. Now, lectern comes from the Latin, which means to read, and it's typically the place where announcements are shared or pieces of the worship service like the call to worship or the opening prayer are read, or the scripture comes from the lectern as well. On the opposite side of the chancel is the pulpit, and you'll notice that both of these positions are on either side, while in the center is the table. Let's go to the pulpit. Now, the pulpit is located on the other side of the chancel. And the pulpit is often a little different from the lectern. The most obvious difference is that it's raised or elevated. And you can see that somewhat here at Atherton, and even more so in the sanctuary. Pulpit comes from a Latin term meaning raised or elevated platform or scaffold. And it's raised because of what typically happened here. It's from the pulpit that the gospel would be read, or that the sermon would be preached. And so it was raised as a way to symbolize the importance of those words in our life. Now, whether what you hear comes from the lectern or from the pulpit, the question remains, what helps you to listen? What helps you to hear the words that are spoken over you? Or perhaps another way to phrase it, what voices do you give power to speak into your life, to define who you are and how you are to be in this world? I hope to see you this Sunday, either 7, 9, or 11, and that here in this community you would hear a powerful word about how you were beloved by God and how you might live love. I hope to see you this Sunday. Aloha.